Nursing 406, Module 3 Skills Blog. After completing the Leadership Styles Questionnaire and taking time to reflect on the results, I have concluded that I am a well-rounded mix of all three leadership styles, with a strong emphasis on interpersonal skills. My scores for the three leadership skills were very close, with 24 being my score for interpersonal skills, 23 for administrative skills, and 20 for conceptual skills. As a manager in my organization, I can relate to my strengths and weaknesses in all three skills. As an interpersonal leader, I am able to work effectively with my coworkers and employees to accomplish organizational goals. I am able to do so by having insight into, as well as awareness of, what is important to others, how they are motivated, and how they react to change. I feel like this is my strongest area in my current management position, and I feel that it comes from both my personality and my experiences. Having previously worked alongside of the staff that I now manage, I came into this leadership role knowing the things that our old manager did that the staff did not like. Therefore, I was able to have an advantage, per se, of knowing how to approach them, as well as what to do to retain staff and increase their job satisfaction. This is not saying that I am a perfect manager, however, I can relate to them, which is very important. I am able to use the skills discussed in our text, including planning, organizing, coordinating, and directing. To plan, I focus on standardizing with routine meetings and expectations. An example of this would be our pediatric call team. Each staff member is required to do 3 days of call per month, which consist of one weekend day, which is a 24-hour shift, and 2 weekdays, which are 12-hour shifts at night. This call team is designed to cover emergency needs should they arise for nights, weekends, and holidays. This is a standing plan that is in place to assure that coverage is available. I am also able to coordinate schedules by considering requests and gathering extra help when needed to assure that the employees' needs are met, as well as the organizational staffing needs. Being an OR nurse, our staffing model is much different than that of the average floor nurse. We are staffed at 2.5 FTEs, or full-time equivalents, per operating room suite, with each shift type carrying its own value. For example, a 12-hour nurse working 3 days per week would be a 0.9 FTE. A 10-hour nurse working 4 days a week or 40 hours a week would be 1.0 FTE. We also have a couple 8-hour nurses, one of which works 4 days a week, and that person is a 0.8 FTE. So you take all those FTEs and add them up, and you come up with the total FTEs. The calculation for our total is based on our block time that we have in the operating room, which is the amount of need. It's based on the amount of surgeries, and it's also based on that calculation of needing 2.5 persons per suite. That's how we come up with our total number of employees needed. And I, as well as my other manager that I work alongside of, we are both responsible for assuring that we have the proper staff to meet the surgery schedule. On an organizational level, our hospital incorporates a horizontal model with each unit performing separate activities for more efficient and effective care while relying heavily on each unit for its specialty. Within each unit, however, there is a vertical hierarchy. For example, in the operating room, which I work in, we have the vertical hierarchy that enables and encourages nurses to speak up. With this model, if a nurse has a concern, they are supposed to address the concern with the individual themselves. If resolution cannot be met, they can then contact their supervisor, who will address the concern. If the supervisor is not able to get the resolution that they want, they go to their supervisor, and it continues to follow the chain on up to the vice president and eventually the president of the operating room if need be. So within our department, we have a vertical hierarchy. Throughout the organization, it's more of a vertical hierarchy where each unit works together. And then we also at times have a vertical hierarchy within the hospital where ultimate decisions are made and they're delivered from the top down. So depending on the situation in my organization, we can see examples of each model. In my preference, however, is the horizontal approach because I enjoy taking considerations from all parties before a change is made, and I value the importance of the many different members of the interdisciplinary team. In the article that I selected by Human Resources for Health, it discusses interdisciplinary teamwork and is believed to bring care closer to the patient. It also characterizes interdisciplinary teamwork using the following characteristics: positive leadership and management, communication, personal rewards and training, development, appropriate resources, appropriate skill mix, a supportive team atmosphere, clarity of vision, quality outcomes of care, and respect and understanding across the team. According to this article, the necessity for an interdisciplinary team is continually increasing due to a number of factors, including an aging population, increasing complexity of skills, increasing specialization, and the pursuit of continuity of care. Therefore, workforce restructuring is increasingly important in leadership and should be considered. In my organization, our model of nursing practice is described in relationship to a tree, with direct care nurses being a seed that is watered by leadership who assist in providing opportunities for growth. As the tree grows, our roots, or values, begin to develop. Our trunk is our shared governance model, which gives each staff member a voice and serves as the stabilizer that keeps us connected. The branches then represent different pieces of nursing, and finally our work leads to fruit and leaves. As a manager and leader, I value this concept because each person, event, or value is equally important to the growth and success of our department. Therefore, I feel as though in my nursing practice I should strongly consider the tree as a representation of the model that I want to be and I want to strive for, to where each person, whether it be the base, the leaves, the fruit, the product, the building, or the final outcome, each person, event, anything is important equally to the success of our unit. So that pretty much sums up my skills blog. Thanks.